So once again, everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining us today um, for another session of Apple's Lunch and Learn. Today, we're going to talk about how to create a meme using block coding. The last time that I ran one of these sessions, we talked about how to make how to use block coding to code um, a little dog named Carol the dog, and we used Code HS to do that. And today we're going to use Code HS a little more, but for a completely different purpose. So some of the things that we want to do today is we want to explore a little more with block coding. We're going to use our iPads and we're going to learn how to search and save a picture onto the iPad so that then we can use it for our memes. Using block coding, we're going to learn how to edit some text within our screen. And then we're going to explore a few ways in which we can use this activity in our own programmings, right? I know that now that we are joined by more and more folks from all over the country, we all might have different ways in which we can use um, this website. So I want to share something different. Let's see. Okay. Um, could I just get a thumbs up reaction if you can see my screen on the iPad? Okay, awesome, fantastic. So the first place that I want to take you to is this. This is CodeHS Hour of Code. And I want to spend just a few minutes introducing this to you. I don't know if any of you are familiar with CodeHS. CodeHS is a open source coding website, very similar to code.org, but this is open source. You do not need a compiler. You do not need any extra software other than just a computer, an iPad, or even your cell phone. So this open source platform also has these quick, I want to call them kind of tutorials for intro computer science, which are just hour of code programs. Last time we did Hour of Code programming with Carol the dog. And they also have Hour of Code, La Programación con Carol el Perro, which is fully in Spanish. So if that is a population that you are trying to reach, this is a fantastic source of help because they have everything for your Spanish-speaking learners. And they tend to get a little more intricate as we go along as well. So you could create your own website. Today we're going to do digital art. But then they also have different languages like Python, creating music, coding in sports, building mathematical models. And you see here that a lot of these are beginner level intro to coding sessions. These are meant to be really quick, probably 45 minutes to an hour. And if you yourself are a little intimidated by coding, all of these come equipped with intro videos, worked out samples, and then challenges that your learners can do. Like I said, these are meant to be really short, 45 minutes to an hour. And today I want to show you another one. Again, last time I ran this, we did programming with Carol the dog. Today we're going to do coding a meme. So if you are on this website and you go down to generating art with code, it'll take you here. And this is our meme generating interface. And what we can do here is we can use block coding to make a meme. So this is really simple. The collage block is always there for you. And we can insert a background using this set of tools, and then we can also add text and a few other shapes to our meme using these. So I'm just going to show you how to make one, and then I welcome the opportunity for questions. So before we start, the first thing that we need for a meme is usually a picture. So I really like cats. So I want to find a picture of a really hungry cat. I personally am always hungry and I like cats. So I thought that would be a really good way to bridge the two together. So I'm going to look for a hungry cat. And I want to note that I'm doing all of this using an iPad. So I'm looking at all these cute little cats, and I really like this one. I really like this cat. So I'm going to click on this cat, and I'm going to just hold down the picture, and I'm going to come here and select Save to Photos. So now this picture of this hungry cat is in my pictures. So let me just make sure that it is. So I'm going to go to pictures, and here it is. Here's my little cat. Okay, awesome. So now I know where my cat is. So I'm going to go back to the meme generator. And the first thing that I want to do is I want to insert my picture of the cat onto, onto my set of block codes. So I'm going to go to background tools, and I'm going to select this second tool that says set background image URL. So I'm going to put it right there. And what I'm going to do now is I want to create a URL for this using my cat. So if I go here to the top right, select more, and go all the way down to upload, I'm going to upload a file from my photo library where I already have my cat. So I'm going to select my cat and hit done. And what this does is it automatically generates a URL for my cat. So I'm going to tap on it, and we can see here that it says copied URL. Awesome. So then I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to paste the URL that CodeHS automatically generated for me. So I'm going to go up here to output, and now I'm going to run my code. And now I can see that I have my cat. So that is the first part of making a meme, is inserting the cat. And usually there's some sort of funny or some sort of witty text that goes along with our picture. So in order to do that, I'm going to go back here to my tools, and I'm going to hit shape. So with shapes, I can add a circle, I can add a rectangle, or I could add a text. I'm going to take my text and I'm going to drag it out under my picture block. And the reason why I want to do it under the picture block is because code is sequential. So I'm going to add the picture first, and on top of the picture, I'm going to add the text. Otherwise, if I do it the other way around, then my picture is going to block the text.
Rodrigo, you have a question.
Yeah,
Is
I
there
said
okay?
a way to make the canvas bigger on the website, on the iPads. Yes, so the way we can do this is we can drag this out this way. And now we have a bigger canvas. Even if you were to use a computer, you are a little limited on the canvas size. But I will show you how we can share this later so that it can appear full screen after we're done. So what I want to add now to this is a text. I wanted to say something clever. Ooh, we have another question. Okay, so to get the link, so you're going to, the question in the chat was, I am uploading my photo, but there is no link being generated. So when you go to upload, the upload file photo library, um, right here is where the link is generated immediately in the bottom. Is that not coming up for you?
Hi, Rodrigo. No, it's not coming up. So when I'm clicking on the photo, like you're doing there, um, there's just nothing coming up in that box at all.
Hmm. Do you mind refreshing
Hmm.
the, the entire website?
Okay. So I refreshed and what it generated says um code hs.com/upload/undefined.
Huh. I've never run into that issue before. Um,
Hmm.
so can we do the following? Can I just show folks how to
Hmm.
do the text, and then after the session, do you mind just hanging back? I'm really interested in figuring out what is wrong with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, so we got to the point where we have our picture here, and I'm just going to add a little text here. So whatever I write in this text will eventually appear on our screen. So I want to say, when dinner is ready, because that is often how I look when dinner's ready. So let's run it and see what happens. Okay, so a lot of things are happening here, right? Our text is right here, almost in the middle of the screen, but it's black, so it's really hard for me to see it. And it's also kind of blocking the face of the cat. So what I want to do is I want to move the text, and I probably also want to change the color of the text. So in order to move the text, I have to use this X and Y position. So the bigger I make Y, the lower my text is going to go. So I definitely want to bring it down. So I'm going to go down to 400 and see what that happened. See what that does. Okay, great. So my text is a little bit further down, and I'm okay with where it is. Another thing that I do want to do is change the color, because right now black is not really coming through. So I'm going to change it to a dark red and see what happens. A little better, but not amazing. Um, how about this? Even worse. Okay. And then here you can encourage your learners to play with the color of the text, right? Uh, white is always good. White is not good today. Okay. I'm going to commit to this color. Okay. It's not the best, but I'm committing to it. Another thing that we can do is we can also change the font, right, to make it a little bit more fun. Um, and this is my meme. It can be super simple. Once again, these are meant to be super short. Uh, and then the last thing that we can do is hit share. And then what that does is it creates a URL that you can copy, you can share with friends, family, um, your other learners, so that they can see some of what they've created. Um, and that is the meme generator. So I know I went through that a little bit fast, but I'm really interested to hear from all of you how you think that you can incorporate this into your own programming. I will say that when we've done this here in New Jersey, we have done it at after school programs. We have done it with our Science Saturday program, which runs about 60 kids in the session. So there's a lot of troubleshooting that happens when 60 young people are trying to create something. And we've also done this because it's so fast and because there is a link that is generated to share. We've done this at some festivals like Rutgers Day. So those are just some of the ways in which we have incorporated this. into our programming. I don't know if I don't want to put anyone on the spot, but if anyone right now can think of like a way in which you could use something like this, something that is really quick, something that is really visual in your programming, I'd love to hear ideas of how you think you can share that. You can use this in your programming.
I'll start. So my name's Elaine. I'm from the University of Florida IFAS Extension Office in Clay County, so kind of Northeast Florida. I was just thinking this would be great for like a icebreaker for kids, either at a club meeting or even at like the start of a summer day camp, because kids really like memes. I think that's a way to get them not only to be creative, but also to have a way to break the ice and something that's fun for the kids. So that's just one way I think that it could be done.
Yeah, that's actually really, really good. And they're fast, right? We don't have to take too long on these. So an icebreaker, I think that's a fantastic idea. Um, are there any other folks who think they can incorporate this into their programming? In Michigan, we have a program called Exploration Days, and this could be an awesome free time activity. Yeah, that's really good too. Super fun and easy. This could even, yeah, an outreach activity as well. Yeah, there's so many different ways in which we can use this, right? So once again, what I want to do is just kind of recap a little bit of what we did. Um, so what we did today is we used block coding and we were able to create a meme using text and pictures. We learned how to use the iPad to look for a picture, save it onto our iPad so that we could use it later. Talked a little bit about how we could use this in our programming. I shared with you some of the ways in which we've used them here in New Jersey. Also, what I want to show you is you will have access to this slide deck, and in this slide deck I have the QR codes for both Hour of Code, the first website that I showed you, where you have the catalog with all of the different courses that CodeHS has available to you for free as an open source interface for coding, and the specific one for the meme generator that we just did together. Are there any questions right now, either about any of what we just saw, any of CodeHS in general, or the meme generator? I see we have a question in the chat. So how do we get access to the slide deck? Great question. I'm going to send it out to the mailing list that we have for Lunch and Learn. And Katie, then I believe your the point of contact for your state will share it with everybody else, with your entire team. Are there any other questions? Right. And Mark Light from the Ohio State University is compiling all of these recorded videos so that they're accessible to you via YouTube as well. And folks, if there are no more questions, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that you found this fun and found some value in it. We have a QR code. If you could just please fill it out. We just need to gather some data about who is joining us today. It is super short.